Do we have audio, or is audio fucked still? We have audio? Audio's good? Right. Fucking Twitch servers, guys. Nothing to do with me. It's just literally lost connection to a Twitch server. So, you have video? Yeah. I think I've got the way to work out, pretty much, but it's so sad. That's the second day in a row now. And I don't know why or what's happening with it. Do you ever get this, Henkin, where you literally go to 0 bitrate? You don't have any drop frames, but it just fucking stops for some reason. I've been getting this a bit where it's like the servers just don't fucking work, man. You know? This is 2 days in a row, like. Yeah, Brick Squad, Mass, Mercenary Coalition, all these things. These are the people that we're with. Sorry guys, again, it's nothing to do with me. It's fucking Twitch's servers, like. They're useless. Let's see if this works. Yeah, this works good. Yeah. Nah, I'm sorry guys, like again, it's not my internet is fucking stable recently, PCs are stable, for some reason we just literally disconnect from Twitch and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, man, I literally can't work this one out. I don't know why just randomly we stopped connecting to Twitch, because what was that beforehand? Let me just bring this up. Because yesterday we had it. So that was like, oh wait, look at that. 3 hours yesterday it happened. Today, 2 hours 29, so we were nearly at 3 hours. Again, I just don't know what the hell it is. If I can try and figure it out, I can fix it, you know? So how do orgs work in SE? They're just sort of like a fun club right now, Juggernaut. Orgs have zero reason. You know that nearly 70% of backers, 80% actually of backers are not in an organization, you know? They're not even in an organization. You don't need one. You just need a friends list. It's the same thing. There's no reason for orgs right now. It's just to be able to say, oh, I'm part of this organization. Ooh. Yeah, nobody cares. Wonder if it could be... I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Again, I've looked through certain things. I never had this problem on YouTube, so I don't know what it is. Ever since I came back to Twitch, it has this issue. And I've reinstalled everything, so it's not like my settings or anything like that, so... Yeah, we should be good. Awesome, 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 awesome. Who knows, man? Actually, that's a good point. Let me just quickly check out a setting system here. I'm on a different server now. If it happens again tomorrow, I might change to like Germany or something like that for connection. We'll need to see. We'll need to see, chat. Again, it's quite frustrating right now. Quite frustrating. Once I was 7 years old. Where are we at now? Oh! Prashad! Good. Oh, and away we go. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. I appreciate you guys for hanging around. If you are still struggling to see the stream, just obviously F5. Normally the case. Yeah, but I don't know, like, I never hear about anyone else having this problem General does. You know what I mean? I never hear about anyone else having this connection problem. I'm wondering if it's just a setting that I have set wrong, you know what I mean? Who knows? Oh. Lie until you die. I like that. That should be on my grave. That should definitely be on my grave. Fly until you die. Here lies Darklaw. He flew until he died. Man, if I was a pilot, like if I was a combat pilot, that would be the best fucking thing to have on your coffin, like. Captain Darklaw Mitchell. He flew until he died. Let's do, actually, you know what? I'm gonna put this on, but I want... where is it? There we go. I'm gonna add some less here. Yeah, let's do this one. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Would be cool to see. Hey, Zeodoser. Hope I'm saying that right. Welcome in. Love watching you fly. Wish I could catch you more often. East Coast USA though, so hours are tricky. Ah, fair enough, dude. I appreciate you being here though. When you can, guys. Did you don't activate it? Oh, I've got the... yeah, I don't have it on just now. Like, obviously, I've got eye tracking here, but I don't have it enabled. I still kind of need to remove the extension, to be honest. Let's get that backdrop. Also, it's really annoying that on this fighter we got collision alert always up, so... very frustrating. I'll need to get a new ship eventually to get rid of it. It's just locked up, sadly. It's the same with like missile warning and shield alerts. For some reason it just stays up on the screen. So off-putting, to be honest. I don't even know why CIG have it at times. Stream Raiders in VR? Nice, nice. I lost the canyons I was looking for. These two, yeah, we need to go further out. This way. We need to go like 4 kilometers out this way. So do. There are a lot of players that are very, very good at flight, but there's it's hard to say, like, nobody really flies like me. Mine is all about speed. But yeah, I appreciate that, dude. Thank you, Juggernaut. See your canyons here. Yeah. Let's go a little high. I need to try and see. This might do. Yeah, that'll do. Misfire on that one. Uh-oh. Ooh! Hey, cop. Thank you very much for the 17 months. How you doing, Chief? Thank you for that. Can we get some vibes in chat, please? I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. Company is always on. Oh, thank you, dude. Definitely makes flying so much more skill based because you just can't turn and burn. Yeah, it's a lot of the time when people comment on my videos, they're like, "Oh, it's not very good to watch." It's like, true. Just look at the speed though. I can't turn like other people can. I can't. Again, faster you go, harder it is to turn in this game. And we're cruising at 600 meters a second. It's roughly nearly 1,000 miles per hour, if you think of it. Thank you so much for that, Cough, dude. Appreciate it, dude. The Hank inside me wants to play VR. Nice, nice. Uh-oh. Blinding Light may be coming back. That's wrong soul. Gonna get a little spinny, chat. A little spinny. I do apologize if you don't like the spins. I'll get with that chat in a second, guys. Maybe a delay. Maybe a delay on that one. maybe, chat. Let's see here. Maybe. Maybe a server hiccup or something like that. Maybe. I can't really tell with that one. You have such an insane understanding of the arrow and flying. Watching you, my instincts are yelling at me to pull up, but you hold the angle. It's just practice, guys. Like, again, I don't fly like other people. I learn my method is always teaching control over other things. Oh, does this not mute in game? Wait. I had this set up where it mutes it. Oh, it does. Wait. Is it muting the wrong one? So why is this? Wait. This is not muting it. Oh, do I have a problem? That's weird. You're not even getting it. Yeah, you're not even getting game sound. That's strange. You're not even getting game sound. Were you hearing game sound at all with that? That's so bizarre. Where's it gone? Has options changed? Maybe the options have changed. Ox. Sorry guys, I'll catch up with you. Engin, take care, dude. Yeah, go and get some sleep, dude. Thank you very much for the raid. Yeah, let me just check it here. Why are you not getting game audio? This is why I need to get this Rode system. My audio is so fucking scuffed at times. So it's not transferring through. Why is it not transferring through? You know what I bet you it is? Sorry guys, I'm gonna just quickly hide the screen here. I bet you my audio is not set up. Oh my god, it's not. Holy shit, I'm so sorry guys. What the fuck, man? You mean I've been streaming all today and Windows has changed the sounds round? I'm so sorry guys. Fuck's sake, man. Sorry guys, that annoys me. We've been literally streaming for like nearly 4 hours and you guys have had no in-game audio whatsoever. I'm so sorry. Such a professional streamer, guys. This is where I've got to get off. Like, so right now I do network audio because I've got a Go XLR, but it only does like one PC basically, and I've got 2 PCs set up, so I have to use like some audio to go through Voicemeeter because obviously I'm a wireless headset as well, and I really want to get the new Rode Podcast 2 system because it has 2 USB slots to it, which allows you to connect the device to 2 PCs at once and put the audio through it that way. So it would be literally a mixer here that does all the audio and everything would go through it. And yeah. Unfortunately, it's so expensive right now to buy. It's like £700, so it's like one of these things where I definitely want to get it because I'm so sick and tired of network audio. Might have happened when you restart the PC. Windows is fun. Yeah, it might have, yeah. I know, but you don't hear the jet engines, you know what I mean? And that sort of sometimes is the good part about it. Bollocks. Again, guys, I'm so sorry. And it's more, I'm saying sorry for the people that watch the VODs. Like, you're going to not... They don't... VOD doesn't hear music. So they've got no game sound. It's me gonna be just sat here. Watch this. Where is it here? This is what it's gonna be like, chap. For people watching this VOD. Let me cut the music down. Let's have a see. We'll watch this, right? So just before we crash, right? This is what they hear. Holy shit! I'm so sorry. Alright, here we go. This is what they're gonna hear on the VOD. It's not even got any game sound because obviously music doesn't go through it. Because I don't like, because my VODs go to YouTube, so I don't want music on it. So yeah. Like, they don't even hear the collision. Watch. Maybe a delay. Maybe a delay on that one. It's gonna be It's gonna be the most shittest show to watch. Oh my god. You know the horrible thing is, I would have never, if it wasn't for the fact I was trying to mute the sounds in game to talk to you guys, I would have never known that it changed the audio system, because I heard it through my ear, right? And this is why I need to get a different system ASAP. Oh man, that's so funny. Yeah, should I put my own sound? I'll just do that kind of sounds and edit it. Yeah. Your video was muted for a whole 2 minutes. What happened? Oh my god. I hate when that happens. You know what I'm gonna do? Because I think we're out of bounty hunters here. Let's go to a different server. And we can just meme it. I'm so sorry, VOD guys. Yeah, I'll need to do sound effects. Tango Brit, welcome in as well, Chief. Good day to you. But yeah, I want to get this device, because again, it's a lifesaver for somebody like me who does 2 PC streaming, because the annoying part is, when I turn the streaming PC off, I have to take out USB and connect them to the other PC so that I can listen to music and talk on a microphone and stuff like that. This device would allow me to get rid of the GoXLR, the micro system, the headset, all plug into this system, so my wireless goes into it, which means that I can finally get to hear myself talk as well at the same time, which would be amazing, because then obviously I know if I'm like spiking or making it too loud for you guys. I don't have that ability. I would never have, because I use wireless headsets. Then I literally can have game sound, music, all fed through it, and just be able to give you guys such a much better audio like experience, instead of just literally having to slide the GoXR is really good. If I was on like a 1 PC setup, it would be perfect, but it's not the best for 2, sadly. Unless you get like 2 GoXRs and stuff, so. An exploding arrow is just the sound of a shattered window or a vase. Do you, right, wait. Here's a question. Do you guys say vase or vase? Vase or vase? Which would you prefer? Vase being 1, vase being 2. It's like the scone kind of chat as well. You say vase, right. If I was in your position to go, brother, I would. GoXLR expensive too. Yeah, I know. So my choices are, right, Juggernaut, I can either go and get like the smaller, the one. Tango goes for vase. We got 2 for vase. Alright, fair enough. I mostly say 2 if using English, so vase, right. Yeah, it doesn't matter really. It's the same thing. Like tomato nonsense. It just depends on where you want to go with it. Yeah, so you could get the mini GoXLR and you can connect the 2 together and it would give me what I'm wanting. The biggest problem is, it's like the mini GoXLR is like £200, and then I have to have 2 devices plugged in, more power, more cables, all that jazz, and I feel that I don't do like soundboarding or voice changer kind of stuff, so I don't need that on any system. I just need to be able to route audio, where if I shut down one PC, I can hear audio on the other one. If I shut down the streaming PC, I can hear on the gaming one, and it means that it's all manual as well. Like, software audio is good, don't get me wrong, Voice Meter is really, really good. I've used it for years. But the problem is, like there, if Windows decides to change it, I can hear the audio, but you guys have spent hours not hearing it, and that really annoys me when you're using software audio. That if something just changes, one system can hear things the other system can't. I gotta get it. However, like, I have heard that there's a little bit of complications with the device, so hopefully by the time I can actually afford it, it'll be a lot better, you know? A lot better. I'm Scottish, but say vase because I hang around. Yeah, like, I'm about to say it, dude. When I started off playing EVE Online in 2003, I never said dude. Never. I never called anyone dude, and I call male, female, donkey dude, alright? You know, I literally don't make it as the, what's the other one, dudette or stuff like that. I don't like that, it's just a dude, you know, dude kind of shit. And I never used to say it, and yeah, after my experiences in EVE, I started to say it all the time now, and it's, I even do it to my mother. I'm like, dude, you need to stop, you know? I even say it to my mother. It's just one of these things that I've just constantly picked up, you know? It looks amazing myself. Nerd Show and Tell has one. So I'm gonna be giving him some time to tweak around with it, because Nerd Show and Tell is like one of the best content creators to speak to about breaking the mold of streaming. The dude literally does everything. Triple PC, quadruple monitor, connection to iSpace, everything like that. You know, he has it all, and he's recently got it. And I'm really interested to see how it works out for him, because if he turns back and says this is amazing, it's a game changer, yeah, I will definitely have to try and do a goal of some kind to get it to make it better for the system here, because it's just so annoying where multiple systems trying to make it work. It's just too much now. Never said it at all, yeah. 360 drop bear, it depends on what you're going for. I mean, generally speaking, EM missiles are sort of like the meta to use just now, because a lot of ships spike EM. So I'll show you why, drop bear. IR missiles are not working just now purely because, I mean, they can still hit. But when you're afterburning, and we're going to look at emissions. So if anybody doesn't know emissions here, this is IR or heat, cross-section, and EM. You can go into the options to bring the numbers up. But you can see here right above my head, when I afterburner, there's no heat increase. Cross-section doesn't go up because obviously I'm just an arrow, you know, it's naturally not going to go up, it's just the amount of number. And you can see the EM sort of spiking heavily. However, let's look at EM right here. Watch what happens with EM when I engage quantum drive. Light bulb mode activated. So an EM missile, when somebody's trying to run away, we found as the best to use, because you become a giant light bulb, and it's sort of used for initiating a fight and ending a fight with my organization right now. And hopefully down the line, they make it where when somebody's running with high afterburner, you'll be able to then change to IR, because I really want it where, like, if you're up against big ships, you would use cross-section, because they're gonna have a big profile. And if you're up against, like, tactical warfare kind of ships, EM, QED, stuff like that, you would use EM. But I would love it where IR would be more effective again, light fighters and fighters in general, so when they're constantly spamming afterburner, they're lighting up for a missile to sneak them. I really want missiles to be way more effective than it is just now. It needs to have a skill check system, because going into this mode and just highlighting over somebody's target is not good enough. I think you need to hold on pip before you can missile. I would love to see that, but also I would like it where the countermeasure system is more of a skill check as well, you know? Ah, you're very welcome, Juggernaut. Again, right now, EM missiles are sort of like the je ne sais quoi to go for, purely because everyone engages quantum drive. When somebody spikes their EMP device, it goes through the roof. Bigger ships have bigger EMP profiles, so it's very difficult. However, a lot of ships that are size 2 have bugs right now. So Sentinel, Scorpius, Vanguards, Scorpius, Cutlass, ships like that, they have for some reason they have the countermeasure system of a Gladius equipped to their ship, so they're not able to countermeasure correctly. And this is why, like I was saying to Skyborn and the other guys last night, I can kill a Scorpius in under 30 seconds by myself, even if you've got a gunner. Because I will literally boop you on the nose with 4 missiles and you're dead after that. And that's because you can't counter correctly right now. This will hopefully be changed very soon. Yeah, I know. This one has to go as well, incognito. Princess. I'm just gonna say Princess. I think that's right. Thank you very much for the follow as well. Coming in. Sorry I missed that one. But yeah. You gotta, like, it's the same thing with, like, couple, decouple, using lag pip, using lead pip, you know, knowing to turn, at certain speeds. So as we try to explain on the show as much as to people who are not aware, when you are, this is like your thrust indicator, right? That's your throttle indicator, and we don't really use that as much as we used to. However, if you lower your throttle down, you start to fall out the sky. It's not really that needed. But this one is basically anything up to the red line is classed as SEM speed, okay? And anything above it in the red is above SEM speed. If you use the speed limiter lock, delock, this is unlocked, locked. We can now get to the point where if I cruise control, I can only get up to like 200 meters a second. What this then allows me is if I yaw using my Z-axis, I can just freely turn around, no problem with it. As you can see, all I'm doing is yawing, cruise control is doing the rest, and we're able to just pirouette around. Now, the moment that we take the speedometer off, and we see it here, we're now going into the 300, 400 range, right? And I bring it back. When we start to yaw, we get a snap back. This is called flight lag. And basically, this means that you want to bank and pitch, or roll and pitch into a bank to turn the ship around at high speed. And this is where, like, I try and educate people, is where my low flying might be different to other people, where they go down into like 200, I think the gem spot is like 220 meters a second. So if we move our speed up to like 220, and if I put my pedal down, I can be very, very precise here. So a lot of low flyers like to do 220. And what this does is, in decouple, we're going to get blinded in a second here. So I'm going to hold my trajectory. This sandstorm, I hope, is fixed in 3.17.2, because it's so bad on Daymar. And we're just sort of sat in it. I'm going to try and move away from it before we get blinded. Hopefully they fixed it, because it's very, very bad. Very bad. There we go. We get the flash and we're out. So go back down to 220. And a lot of low flyers like this speed. Oh, fuck off. Love this speed because it allows you to go in low, and once you learn the control and you change your sort of joystick peripherals and stuff, you can, or like keyboard and mouse, you can get this really, really cool slow, low, into a lot of spin method. You know what I mean? You see it with a lot of content creators as well, a lot of videos, and it's just a very, very pleasing way to do it. It's also great to do at this speed for group play, because you have less chance of banging into each other. Obviously accidents still happen, but you know what I mean. This is your common sort of low flying situation, because you can yaw, you know, whilst I'm moving full left. You see me do it all the time. I'm literally moving left whilst I'm facing completely a 90 degrees opposite way, because I have full control over my systems at this stage. And as I do get a lot of comments, and sometimes they get heated where somebody gets really abusive for some reason on my YouTube videos, I try to educate people whilst I'm live, is the moment you take off the safeties, I'm flying at speeds where I can't just yaw. See, look, I'm trying to yaw. See it? This is what happens when I do the yaw now at 500 meters a second. You can't fly like that, so I fly very much where I will apply a little bit of yaw to tip the nose, and I'll turn round like this at high speed. So most of my flight is basically based around rolling and pitching, with the odd bit of yaw to basically straighten off when I need it to straight, and mainly forward thrust. Up thrust, we go here, we do this. So it doesn't look as good, you know, even I will fully admit it, it doesn't look as good as other things, but I personally feel it's the biggest skill check flight system to do in the game. Because again, you have to take away your yaw. You don't have the yaw control. It's not a safety net that you can just use at high speed. Again, we're at 2... You can see my nose, I can bring it round. So I'm yawing at this stage. I'm not rolling or banking, just yawing as I go round. I lower my speed down, see what I mean? I'm now yawing. I don't need to use any rolls or pitches and stuff like that. I can just literally yaw around corners. And this is, again, as I tried to say, it is a lot more difficult to fly like this knowing that you don't have that safety net, where you have another axis to move. And for me, I prefer this one over any flight style that's on the market just now when it comes to low flying, because this feels more like a jet fighter to me. And we have this ability to fly around in ships in Star Citizen that have huge vector thrustering. So if you're familiar with like late Gen 4, Gen 5 fighters, most of them have vector thrustering, which allows you to do shit like this in midair by turning your main thruster around. Obviously you would never risk it this low in real life, but you know what I mean. You can literally just yaw around and do this crazy shit, and then you would be diving down and you could literally do this and then go back up. This is what a 5th gen fighter can do in real life. So in Star Citizen, we actually have something very, very similar to 5th gen. Almost, if you wanted to call it, it would be like if we managed to live long enough to see what a 6th and 7th gen would be, which would obviously be in like 50 to 60 years from now. Because obviously we're working on 6th gen modern day. So 7th gen is going to be like 40 to 50 to 60 years from now. I would imagine it will be very, very similar to how the Arrow flies in Daymar. Maybe not to the extent of the speed, because again, in Star Citizen, this is the bonkers thing. I'm pushing up Mach 2. Not many fighters in modern day can push over Mach 2 at this height. It would be suicide, you know what I mean? Maybe in 60 years time, we might be able to see something like that. So you get the ability to do some of this cool like future flying. And the DCS boys don't like it because they're stuck in their little 4th gen fighters, you know what I mean? That's why they don't like it. They're like, oh no, it's not realistic. It's like, well, none of us are gonna live long enough to see what a fucking 6th, 7th gen fighter looks like, so how are we meant to fucking know, you know? So have a lot of it. It won't have a pilot, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure we can guarantee that 7th gen will definitely not have a pilot. I think it will be full drone capability at that stage. Because that's the biggest problem with 5th gen fighters, is it's not the fucking plane that's at fault, it's the pilot inside it. Even an F-16. An F-16 can do the most craziest shit ever, but pilots are just not able to fucking deal with the G's to do it. So I look very forward to maybe being alive long enough to see what these things are capable of doing. But for now, Star Citizen will suffice. So that's why I kind of fly jet fighter, but also with the idea that we are playing a 60 OF sim. Well, not even a sim, really. Let's not call it a sim. A game. 60 OF game. Have fun with it. Do crazy shit. And progress to being fast, I would say. Because again, it massively helps you in all scenarios, knowing what a ship can do at certain speeds. And it only takes practice. Like again, if you're wanting to do the kind of, like if you see 40th Green, Skyborn and stuff like that, they do a lot of like the low flying group stuff, and they'll be flying, you know, at these heights, sort of at 220, and it looks really, really fucking cool. Dipping in between the rocks. For me, I need to be in that second stage flight system where I don't have the same control capability, and then we still manage to fly like 600 off a height, where most low flyers would be, you know, alright, this is a decent height for me, we're doing it at 3 times the speed. And that just gets me off way more than the slow stuff. I've been in F8, F15 and did 400 mile S-turn, and it pulled 10G constant, yeah. But 10Gs is alright, you know? Star Citizen, I'm literally able to do this. There's a fucking 10G, 11G lock right now, you know? Up, 11Gs, 9Gs, 8Gs, 7. Push it, 19Gs, 12, 13, 14. You know, I'm barely blacking out. That's the part of Star Citizen I don't agree with. I don't understand how when you're doing 9G lock pushes around a mountain, you black out, but when I'm doing 19Gs, it's nothing, you know what I mean? It's absolutely nothing. And before anyone says, well, it's because you're going a lot slower, 19Gs is still 19Gs on the body, just to tell you that, guys. No, it's not because it's arcade, Oleg. There's a bug in the flight system right now that's not detecting it. That's why. They're working on the new blackout and redout system to be implemented in the game. It just doesn't work right now, that's all. You're able to do this system called tricording, which means move in 3 directions at once at high speed. Which does help with flight, but you don't get punished for it in the current game just now. So it just needs the new system, and you'll still, hopefully, I hope CIG still allow us to tricord. You're just not going to be able to maintain that speed for long, or main those Gs for long. Of course, if you're an uploaded mind or a cyborg, you could take more Gs. Exactly, yeah. That's where I think we'll see pilots of the future. It'll be like either a robot flying the planes, or it'll be literally where it's fully flown from drone seat capability, you know? Yeah. There's like, again, I'm pretty sure 7th gen fighters, Juggernaut will not have a pilot seat at all. It will most likely be a pilot with a camera in a drone, kind of stuff like that, which will be so cool, man. It'd be so cool, because I mean, then, like, if you think about it, obviously the planes themselves will be very, very expensive, but then you don't have to put anyone actually at risk in the pilot chair, you know what I mean? You then can push it to the limit where, alright, the plane, maybe I've lost a wing, maybe I can somehow try and fire off a couple of more missiles. I'm not having to go through the safeties of getting out of the plane. You know what I mean? You could literally fight to the very end if you're just not having to care about the death part, because the pilot's death would not be into it. Plus, it also makes that combat. I know, like, if you look at our modern day warfare, there isn't any dogfighting anymore. Pretty much it's just long range missile spam. That's all it is. You know what I mean? But again, who's to say that people don't just... I don't think any government would do this, but you know what I mean? It would be like, look, right, we know that you're trying to conquer our land. How about we have a 20v20 no missile fight? Whoever wins gets the land. You know what I mean? Let's make it an esport and put it on Red Bull. Who knows what you could do with it, you know? It might be pretty cool. Like live action dogfighting esports. It could become a thing, you know? I'm actually waiting for somebody to make drones with, you know, like old Quasar Universe, Laser Quest kind of stuff. Laser tag, basically. It would be so sick, man, if somebody made like an esport thing where you did dogfighting with drones. And yeah, you know what I mean? That would be so sick. The in-between they have planned for NGA is piloted jet will have 2 to 3 drone wingmen and fly alongside. That's pretty cool, yeah. Well, again, it doesn't need to go to the extent of making a paintball gun, you know what I mean? If it was just literally a small laser and maybe it shut off your wings or your rotors on your drone, you know what I mean, Jukes? Because the moment you start making drones with guns, that's when shit gets out of hand. You know what I mean? But for like a live action esports, it would be called, it'd be cool to just basically do dogfighting with drones with the ability to shut off the drone for a split second or something. EMP, whatever you want to do, you know? That would be so cool, man. I definitely think I would have to get involved in that if there was like a proper thing. Read about an event called Red Flag. Oh, is there something like that already? In air shows here in the States, they would still do World War II model dogfights, ribbing off the back of each plane. That's pretty cool, man. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, wasn't it about robot jocks that did something similar? Armies are retired and battles are fought on the arena in mechs. Yeah. That would be, you know what I mean? That would be such a much better way of doing wars, I feel, you know? Then civilians don't get involved, you know? Casualties don't need to be escalated just for the fucking EP nonsense of being, you know, we're the biggest country in the world and all that shit, you know what I mean? Just make it where you have a fucking 5v5 drone fight and that's it, you know what I mean? In a nice safe environment. Make some money off it at the same time. Sell some tickets, live action, you know? Get Red Bull involved. It'd be so much healthier for the world, to be honest, if we actually had proper arena, drone, mech kind of battles and stuff. In air shows, sorry, I've already run on. I just picturing myself duct taping a paintball gun to a drone. To be honest, dude, I'm pretty sure people have done worse already. It is human, like it's inevitable for a human to take things to the extreme for no reason, just to say that they did it. I'm pretty sure somebody has already been locked up because maybe they strapped an AR to a fucking drone and, you know, misfired somewhere and somebody got injured for it and stuff like that, you know what I mean? It wouldn't surprise me if it's already happened since drones have been out for so long. That would actually be cool, cough. But I'm also at the stage where there's no need for people to actually be physically hurt. You know what I mean? Humans have this wonderful and also fucking very, very bad drawback of humans is where mental health is worse than sometimes worse than physical health or physical damage. So, to be honest, instead of actually having people injuring themselves in a cage for our amusement, it's better that they just have the psychological damage afterwards, because at least that won't be repaired as easily as a broken arm and stuff like that, you know what I mean? That way you can actually make it a little bit better if we have to go that route, you know what I mean? Their EP will be damaged so badly that they will Pepe Lamau all the time when they're walking down the street. You know? I don't think there's ever a need for troops and civilians to ever be hurt in conflicts anymore in this world. All you have to do is just get a couple of fucking blow up dildos or get some rubber dildos, put the two leaders in a room together, let them smack it about. The first one that knocks out, you know, that's it. And but don't let them kill each other. Just let them, you know what I mean? I mean, it's insulting if you get slapped across the face by a big, you know, purple dildo. And you're a world leader, you know? It would be awesome. Then nobody else needs to get hurt. The doctor just gets a good laugh. It's like, you know, putting some... How did this happen? I was in a world leader dildo fight competition. And I lost. Awesome. Good job. It'd be so much better for everyone with all this nonsense. I mean, obviously I won't live long enough where the world just goes, right, we're no longer a country, we're just the world, you know? That's when everything sort of gets sorted out with humans. Until then, we have a long nonsense to continue on with. Saints Row style? Yeah, exactly. That's the easiest way to settle disputes. Just in a cage, you know, big fucking rubber hammer. Let them fucking hit each other for a few minutes. They'll get tuckered out. If you've noticed that generally anyone that is in politics is generally pretty old, okay? Like obviously like world leader kind of stage, you're quite old, and that's not offensive, but you'll tucker out, little sleepy time, you know what I mean? A little sleepy time. After they hit each other with fucking rubber mallets for a few fucking minutes. They'll all be tuckered out. They'll get their fucking milk and cookies and go and have a nap, and then we can sort it out, you know? That's all we have to do. Well, if it's not disputed over borders, it'll be football. Well, the problem with football is, and any like major sport just now, have you noticed that football, as much as it's a great sport, and it brings a lot of traffic in, it's the aftermath that I hate about football right now. Where literally when games are won or lost, the opposition team fans seem to go on this fucking bender of destruction for no reason. It's so sad. It's disgusting. I can't stand watching that shit. I don't watch football anymore. I don't care about any teams. When I hear a team going, "Oh, we need millions of funding because we're about to go bankrupt," I laugh. I'm like, thank fucking God, because your fans are toxic trash. The way they trash things afterwards when they had their little boo-hoo, my team lost. It's sad. It really is. There's no need for it. Just gracefully lose. You don't need to destroy shops and windows and towns and cars and all that shit with your little boo-hoo nonsense. It's so disgusting. It's the same when like COVID lockdowns were happening, and the first time in the UK you could go out, people went to parks and just covered it in trash, and it's like, oh, I hate that part of humanity massively. It really, really fucks me off the most. Yeah, exactly, Space Nine. Exactly. I don't care about political stuff. It'll never change. It is one of these things where, sadly, the way human structure is set up is just, it doesn't work, you know what I mean? I always have a lot of respect for, like, ant colonies, you know what I mean? It just works, you know? When you look at animals, it just works. And humans are always this thing that has to do it differently, and yeah, I think we cause way more of our problems around the world and stuff like that. And every country is exactly the same, so I'm not like highlighting countries. But we always have this issue, and it always comes back to where it's just like, you know, humans are a thing out of control. Build beautiful things, tear it down for the sake of a football match. It's like, oh God, whatever. Yeah, exactly, Koff, exactly. I used to love playing football as a kid. I didn't really support any like teams or anything like that, but I loved to play it when I was at school. I loved to play it with friends, and as I get older and older, I like watching football occasionally, but it's more if I miss something, it's the next day in the news of this team failed or didn't like make a match or whatever you want to call it, and their fans tore up cars and shops and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, well, I'm not gonna watch football if that's what the attitude is. You know what I mean? It's horrible, man. Enjoy a game, yes. You know, be passionate about your team, yes, but you don't need to fucking vandalize. That's just sad minority shit right there. And it annoys me that, because again, we just don't need to behave like that. We should all just shut the fuck up and play video games, go for walks, and eat nice food. I agree with that. I agree with that. But that is unfortunately a method that's not going to be as easy to do, I feel. I still think eventually down the line, football games, American football and stuff like that, rugby, cricket, I have a feeling that in the future we'll all be like in a video game or VR or something like that. You know what I mean? Because I know it's it's whatever. Like if you're a major fan, you like going to the stadiums and stuff. But the stadium upkeep and these places upkeep is crazy. It's a lot of money. And it would be much better if you were like sat at your home watching a game, and all that space used, all that money used for these sort of grounds, keeping the grounds maintained, could be turned into like cheap houses for people that are needing homes and stuff. That's the way I look at it. You know, obviously, if you're passionate about football or any game and you'd be like, no, I need my stadium, I fully understand. But that's how I would change it if I had that ability. I would turn these grounds into like very, very cheap housing for people and try and make it where the game's more VR based and stuff like that. It would be really, really cool, you know? Like esports and physical sports merging. Yeah, exactly. Again, big stadiums, all these grounds requires a huge amount of upkeep. It's a lot of money, you know? It is a lot of money. I think as humans, we waste a lot of money on things. A lot of money. It's jobs too, yeah, I know. It's jobs as well. It's the hard thing about it is, like, obviously the grounds would be fantastic for making cheap homes for, you know, families that need homes. Or they want to move out of parents and stuff like that. And then obviously, like you said, you have the double-edged sword to it. If you take away the grounds, you take away these things, you lose a lot of jobs for people, and it's like, what's more important right now for the world, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, Space Nine. I used to have a friend at school, not spoken to this guy in many, many years, and he was my best friend. Absolutely amazing dude. We'd go like skateboarding, snowboarding together, cinema, all that shit. Absolutely fucking sound as a pound guy. Moment he had a drink, it was like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of shit, where he was aggressive, violent, all troubles from like maybe school, family started to come out basically, and it was horrible to be around. You know what I mean? And it was one of the situations where, yes, it's only when drunk, but it was enough to basically make me just walk away when I got older and older. I was like, nah. I appreciate the friendship and stuff, but the moment you have a drink, I don't want to be around something like that. However, if it was around a nice table of Colombian white, then that would be a different story, you know what I mean? Everyone would be good vibing at that stage. Yeah. I'm like that cough as well. It's generally white, right? Now I never count anyone as a friend. I never like I know a lot of content creators would be like, oh, this person is my best friend. I've never met them in real life. I've only talked to them on Discord. That's cool if you're like that. You know what I mean? You have the ability to do that. I never count anyone that I speak to online as a friend. I class everyone as like an acquaintance. You know what I mean? And I'm at the stage now in my life where I don't have any like physical friends or people that I would call up and do stuff. I've got to the stage where my last relationship taught me that. Literally, this year marked 15 years out of relationship, and again without people around me and stuff like that, purely because I feel that when I get to the older point, obviously never say no, but I'm at the stage now in my life where I have less drama and less problems to deal with because I don't have people around me that have the drama and have the problems. You know what I mean? And I feel a lot more healthier because of it. I don't have to be like, oh, I'm wondering what set person is doing. I don't give a shit, you know? The moment that you're outside this house, long as you're happy, you're safe, that's all I care about. But if you pass away, I don't give a fuck. You know, if you're in money problems and stuff like that, you can talk about it. But I ain't gonna call up and be like, what did you have for fucking dinner? I don't give a shit anymore. Yeah. And it's not like I'm not there for people, it's just, again, moment you're outside my household, it's just basically, I hope you're happy, I hope you're safe in life, and that's the extent of my care. I don't care if you're having bad problems at your job and all that jazz. I don't give a shit. You're having bad family problems? I don't care. I don't care. It's not my problem. I don't go and bleat my problems to other people when I majorly have them, you know? That's why dogs are perfect. They never ask questions. Exactly, exactly. But that's why I like people like you guys on the internet or socializing with you guys. Is again, it keeps that boundary of, right, the moment the stream goes down, that's it. Again, long as you guys are safe, long as you're happy in life, that's all I generally care about. I don't care what you had for dinner or, you know, obviously I'll ask questions just to like build up some conversation with you guys, like what did you do at the weekend, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. But I'm like, when I'm like, say somebody comes in and goes, oh, I'm gonna be starting my exams, I'm not like, how did the exams go, you know, or did you get an A, and oh, why didn't you, you know, you're never gonna get that from me. I can't do it anymore. Send you a meme or two. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what's for dinner either. How you doing, Blue Max? But you know what I mean? I think it's a much more healthier way to live when you don't need to worry too much about other things going on. Because one thing at school for me, I had quite a lot of friends, you know? Not super popular, but I had quite a lot of like solid friends. And I cared too much when I was younger about what was going on in their life, you know, were they happy, family, all that stuff. And it got to the point where I was just so full of fucking information and felt like an agony ant that it was only ever to basically burst into tears and use me as a shoulder to fucking cry on. And I created that monster myself. You know what I mean? So it was all down to me for making it like that. And as I get older, I'm just like a fucking brick wall now. An emotional garbage dump. Yeah, exactly. And again, this is why I just like people on the internet over a physical entity. I'm not somebody that needs to go for a drink in a bar with somebody. I'll have a drink in my house on Discord with you. It's the same fucking thing for me. The difference is I get to go into my bed without any problems whilst you have your own issues in your bed, you know what I mean? It's so much better. So much healthier, I feel. With my partner, zero drama in a relationship. That's good. That's really good. Again, like if something came a knocking on the door, I wouldn't be like, oh no, I'm never having a relationship again. But I'm somebody that does not look for it at all, you know? I recently, like, had a couple of years ago where somebody, I'm not gonna do names, was like, you know, are you flirting with me? I'm like, no. It's like, oh, alright. It's like, yeah. Sorry. Zero interest. Oh. Sorry. Not really sorry, but you know what I mean? Sorry for being like that, you know, I might come across as like flirty or happy and stuff like that, but I ain't got any fucking interest. And I'll be blatantly obvious and honest with people. You know what I mean? I'm a very, very nice person, but that's as far as it fucking goes, like. I couldn't give a shit. Holy fuck. Of that nonsense right now. COVID helped a lot get rid of many people I had on my back. Jesus, dude, that's a little fucking morbid. Holy shit! I know what you're meaning. I'm just memeing. I'm just memeing before anyone says, before I go to the max. I'm just memeing. I know exactly what he's saying. I got COVID got rid of those fuckers from me. I bet I hit out and COVID came in, you know? Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I'm just memeing, guys. Don't take that too far. It's just a joke. I had a stalker who knew me more about me than myself. That's pretty cool. I mean, like, I'm down for stalkers. If I turn around and I see you hiding behind a tree, I'll give you a wave, you know what I mean? That's fine. But yeah. for me, like, again, the internet has always been one of these like places. I think it's a lot for a lot of content creators as well, or people who stream. You know, even if you don't class yourself as a content creator, you're just streaming for the fun of it. Is more where you can sort of just, you know, just have banter with people. You know. Ah, right. Oh, holy fuck! I did something silly today. I went with Blizzard and Cherry Blast or Cherry Bomb. And this thing is highly sour. I'm a big fan of sour stuff. So we've got the sort of bitterness and sharp tanginess of Blizzard, which with Sneak is like the lemonade and lime kind of flavor. And then we've got Cherry Bomb, which is like a very sour cherry kind of flavor. I should have put in sour apple as well, and this would have been one hell of a fucking cocktail, but I wanted to try it out. It's tasty, but it's making my spine tingle. Yeah, that's definitely one we're gonna keep back for maybe the odd occasion. Oof, I couldn't go with that one every day. Master Raw, welcome in, Chief. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have considered that, Zeman. I have considered trying to do that every day, but I would have to get some sort of like micro some sort of, you know what I mean, if I put a shot of powder in the water, it's going to be insane amount of caffeine, you know what I mean? So I would have to try and get something to put all the flavors in, you know, a small spoon or something, you know. I got to the point to most of the city knows me because we had groups of musicians, and whenever an info hanging out sometime, very messy and drama. I know, dude. It's sad how it gets like that. And as we get older as humans, you're sort of like, you learn that it's better to just have like 2 or 3 people that are very close to you in your life than, you know, 20, 30, 100, whatever, you know, and you barely know them. It's the same with Facebook. Facebook is like, when it came out, was one of the most fakest shit ever. I didn't use Facebook. I never invited anyone to my Facebook. And then I would go and check on people that I was talking to. I'm like, dude, why have you got like 500 people on Facebook? You don't speak to any of these people. It's like, oh yeah, they're all my friends. It's like, no, they're not. They're just names and pictures. That's all it is, you know? Do they know when your birthday is without Facebook? Do they know what's going on in your life? Because that's a true friend. Is somebody phoning you up, Discord or whatever like that, and being like, hey, how's life, you know? What are you up to these days? That's a friend. Not somebody that goes, wow, I love the picture of your vacation, and then you never hear them again, you know? Do you have a TDL fan page yet? No. I don't need it, dude. I don't need it. Sorry guys, just gonna reply to somebody. But no, we don't have a TDL fan page. Not yet, no. Not yet, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll need one. Maybe there'll be a TDL fest. Or a TDL con. Who knows? Imagine a TDL con. What the hell would we do at a TDL con? I don't even know, man. I'll let you guys decide that one. Or we can just use CitizenCon. CitizenCon will also be TDLCon from now on as well. Sorry, Star Citizen, you don't mind if I just borrow a table? This is why I need a fucking cockpit that has full backward viewing. I could up my stunt game if I could actually look behind me, you know? Logan Con? No, TDL first. Logan is just a project of mine for the future. Yeah, there seems to be a delayed a thing with exploding. That's the second time it's happened today on a different server. Obviously that's fully my mistake for crashing. We skimmed across the ground. But it's delayed. It's delayed. It's like a good 1 or 2 seconds behind, and then you actually explode. I don't think Evil Catty's on, is it? Just said about ourselves. Yeah. Welcome to TDLCon. TDL's not really here. Where's TDL? We'll play that. Yeah. At the next CitizenCon that we can actually go to, and I'm able to actually go, we're gonna play Who Can Find TDL. I'm going to secretly hide at CitizenCon, and we'll see if somebody can actually find me. Be fucking cool, man. I should go to one, if it's in America, I should go to one of those, prosthesis places. Get, a full mask done. You know what I mean? I'll be walking around. Nobody will know. I'll use, a fake ID. You know how you get that CitizenCon, you get the ID? Be like, that'd be cool. Tag using an 18. Nobody fucking knows where I am. To be honest, actually, what we'll do is we'll bounce server. I think what we should do is anytime we die, we just bounce and see if we can get something today. Again, PvP this past week plus has been really slow, if you've noticed. Again, we go back 2 Saturdays ago, it was popping off. We had 50 kills in one day. I don't even know where everyone came from. It was just popping off. Bounty hunters galore. They must have watched the Captain Burke's video and alright, I'm doing this. Alright, we're not doing this, you know? Hey mums, how you doing today, Chief? You're good, sure. How many people have you murked in a Merlin recently? Thank you for the love and the retweet, guys. Oh, I need to take a screenshot for thumbnail. This is something that I'm trying to get into the habit of doing, guys. For my thumbnails, I'll do there. That's for tomorrow's thumbnail. Thank you very much, ma'am. Very too, but I stopped counting. Nice, nice, nice. Get my sneak start pack delivered in a couple of hours. Grab the cans, taster packs. Damn, dude. Damn it. Exactly. Yes. Yes. I am a little bit... I do have a little bit of extra money at the end of this month. I need to get some sneak cans. I think I can afford a 24 pack. And I'm gonna go for Purple Storm. Because... yeah, Purple Storm is like Vimto, basically. If you're in the UK. But I've not had cans for ages. I quite feel like some fizz. Yeah. You know the funny thing is, the cans are actually better for you than the other stuff. With the powder. Like, you get a small amount of calories if you do it with, without the with the powder stuff. But you get like 0 calories if you do it with the can version, which is just crazy, man. Oh, yeah. So did you get the 4-pack? You got the 4-pack taster? Yeah. So you'll get every flavor. Oh, no, wait. You get free cans. No, you don't get Purple Storm in it. Or do you? Wait. Let me quickly go. Sneak. Go here, website. Get your free things with TheDarkLaw. Where's it start pack? Oh, wait. How do we get a starter pack? I might need to buy another one of this. This is so good. This one. How does one get the starter pack again? Oh, wait. Let's try and do this. Yeah, let's do this, but in incognito mode. Maybe this will do it. So let's see. We get this, enter email address, starter pack. I want to get a starter pack. Let's just do that. Yeah. Fancy an upgrade. Ah, here we go. Oh, you don't get Purple Storm. Shit. So you get blueberry and raspberry. That is really good. Strawberry and watermelon. Dude, make sure you leave strawberry and watermelon for the last, okay? Please do it this way. So either choose blue, raspberry, or tropic for your first can. Leave strawberry, watermelon for the last. Because that's my personal favorite out of these ones. And it's so good. When the can is dripping and it's fucking ice cold, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's a shame that you can't get the Purple Storm in it, but I understand with here. So I think I'm gonna get a Purple Storm pack. These bad boys. The boxes are so cool as well. I kept the boxes for a while. But this is my favorite can right now. And I wish they did more. I do know that they're trying to bring out more cans from Sneak. And it is expensive at how much it is, but yeah, it's 500 milliliters. It's a big fucking can, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna get that. There's something coming up, guys. I can't tell you what is coming out. All I can tell you, this Friday. That's it, right? I can't tell you what's happening. But this Friday for Sneak, it's going to be weird, right? So you're not able to, all I will say to you guys is, if you use Facebook, you want to be on the community of Sneak, and if you use Discord, please be on the community Discord for Sneak, because it's not coming to the website. It's going to be a community launch, and I can't tell you what it is, but I can tell you where you will find it. And it's good. I miss this. I think as well, because obviously I've been a year. I've been a year with Sneak now. It's crazy, man. It's been one of the best experiences. Like I'm very, very papa blessed to have worked with some really, really cool companies. Sneak, Monster Tech, Toby, Verpal, and Atmo Esports. Like, absolutely incredible companies to work with as a content creator. But Sneak gets me the most excited because they're all childhood flavors. Like, so for example, the latest one, Origins, that comes out is a little bit darker than this. It's rhubarb and custard. And for me, in the UK, a lot of these ones are, like, again, with the Purple Storm, it's Vimto. With Stealth, it's Refreshers Bar kind of stuff. The same with the Raspberry and Lemonade is like a drumstick. You know what I mean? Cola Cubes, Strawberry Millions, and stuff like that. Yeah, well, funny enough, you guys won't be able to see it here, but top donator of the month is getting one of these ones. Let's bring it here. So that is Sneak's limited edition Cola Millions. And obviously, you can't see it because it's yellow, but I have an unopened tub of that stuff that came out last year. So top donator will be getting that in the partner box for the anniversary giveaway. You get also some Gunner glasses as well. These go in the pack. But the Cola Millions that they sent out is really, really good. It's like the easiest way to describe it is it's exactly like a Cola Cube, or like the Cola Minions that we used to get, or I think you still get them actually. But it's that sort of like cheap, distinct cola flavor that we got in the UK. You know, like a bar cola kind of stuff. Cola Cubes, yeah. So they got sour apples, which is very much like sour apple sweeps. I'm still waiting for them to do pear drops. I really would love for Sneak to do like a sour pear drop, because that was another like glass sweet that I enjoyed as a kid. I do like pear drops. You love pear drops, yeah. It's the thing with the UK that obviously, for me as a child, we had the chocolate bars and stuff like that, but I'm always more of a glass sweet kind of person. You know, I do like chewy things, but for me, I'll whack a cola cube into the side of the mouth and just let saliva do its job, and it's fantastic, you know. Sour plums, yeah. You can still get all these sweets like on Amazon, but they're so expensive, and I don't have any. It's one thing I loved about when I lived on the outskirts of Edinburgh, inside Edinburgh, of up on. God damn it! Where is it? Just at Bobby's. There used to be an old sweet shop there that sold all the old style sweets, glass jars, everything like that. And it was so good. I loved that place. I love anywhere where you can go and get traditional old sweets, you know. Humbugs, for example. Not everyone likes a humbug. A bit of a mint, bit of a licorice mixed together. But I do like licorice as well. A wee sherbet dip. Ooh. That little last dab as well. You like humbugs? Nice, nice. I like you, Cuff. You are a sweet person of my own heart. But yeah, definitely for me, I like with what you're saying with replacing Coke, I used to drink so many fizzy drinks, dude. So many fizzy drinks, and I've lost a huge amount of weight just off the fact that I've moved over to Sneak. Now, the good thing with Sneak for me being a partner with them, or an ambassador, sorry, is obviously I do get some of the product, but most of the time I have to buy it out of my own pocket. And I'm completely, like you said, I'm completely happy to do that instead of buying like cans of Monster or Red Bull or Coca-Cola, Iron Brew, stuff like that. I still get Iron Brew occasionally because, well, I'm Scottish, you know? You gotta have the Iron Brew. But I had a can of Coke a while back, and I'm allowed to say this by sponsored by Sneak. I can literally drink a can of Coke and Sneak in the same stream. It's completely fine. I had a can of Coke the other day there, and it was cold. It was nice ice cold can of Coke, and I hadn't had one for months, cough, and it tastes amazing. It tasted so good that I only had one, and I'm gonna do it like every 2 or 3 months and have a can, because it just, my taste buds exploded with the flavor. You know what I mean? And I wasn't getting the same thrill because I was having like maybe 1 or 2 cans a day kind of thing. It just like, it's amazing how the more often you have something, the less taste you have for it. It gets very stale. And it's the same when I have a can of Iron Brew now. It's just like exploding in the mouth of flavor, you know? And it's so healthy, man, because it makes it fun. It makes it enjoyment. It's like being a kid again, going into the sweet shop, getting a can of Coke, getting some, you know, like onion rings. Big fan of onion rings, and or Skips. I love Skips. Skips were one of my favorite when I was a kid because I would literally just put them on the tongue and let them just dissolve. Ah, man, I do miss being a child. So innocent. Everything fantastic. I prefer getting finished 18 years. Each to their own, dude. Each to their own. I can't drink whiskey, like, and it's not the taste of whiskey that puts me off, it's the smell. I have a very, very strong sense of smell, very good hearing, very good eyes. One would probably say I actually have wolf genetics, which would be questionable at what my mother was doing. But yeah, like certain things, I can't enjoy it because the smell drives me nuts, man. I can't drink whiskey. I can't do it, dude. Like, again, if I pinch my nose, no problem. They will ban me, no, it's fine. It's alright. I drink Bucks fast, I'm safe. I'll have a good bucky. That keeps me allowed to be in Scotland. Hey, Mordors, good afternoon, sir. How you doing, sir? Roland Blade Fiesta, yeah, we were testing out. I've given quite a bit of feedback to CIG on things, fuel, all that jazz. But yeah, looking forward to it. Definitely going to be using it myself if certain things are made better, because there are certain things in Atmosphere where it's sort of like, alright, I would be in it better in the Gladius, but yeah, the guns and all that jazz. Looking forward to it. One of the best missile launcher systems as well. I was showcasing it that the blade, you can shoot behind an asteroid and hit people with it because it's got vertical launchers, which is really, really handy. I'm like that with vodka because I drank too much of it as a teenager and throw up a lot. Vodka's different. Like, vodka at teenager level is you can't afford the good stuff, but again, a really nice Polish vodka, you know, really nicely distilled. You can always, I always say this, you can tell when you have a good vodka because when you swirl it around in the glass, it looks like oil. It moves like oil, that sort of like heavy water kind of look to it. And any cheap vodka just swishes around like fucking, you know, paint stripper at that stage. But a nice Polish vodka, well distilled, ice cold, drink it, shot it, And 75 milliliters, none of that fucking 50 bullshit. 75 on the table we have in shots. None of your little pathetic bar shots, chat. You're gonna have a shot, you're gonna have a decent vodka, you're gonna have a decent drink, you're gonna shot it fucking straight into that 75 milliliter. Nothing under. Grey Goose all the way. Grey Goose is actually really good, yeah. Yeah. Grey Goose is a prime example of a good vodka. It moves you can tell good vodka, it moves differently in the bottle or in the glass. But I'm actually more of like a Jaeger person kind of drinker, you know what I mean? Like I would rather, and I will openly admit it, I'm quite happy to have like a what's it called, like an alcohol pops kind of drink as the main drink and then a shot on the side, you know what I mean? I'm quite happy to do that. Or I'll do like a pint of cider, because I don't like drinking beer. First of all, I think I might have an intolerance to hops or whatever. I get really, really drunk on beer very fast. I don't like ales, stuff like that. It's the smell, basically. But I'll sit with like a cider and then just use shots, you know what I mean? Shots has always been my sort of favorite way of drinking. Gets into the bloodstream faster when you pour it into the eye as well. I don't know if we'll see the Vandal ships get more of a rework because we need to sort of wait for the new models, Mordors, but they might be able to do something with it. The thing is, the blade looks like, so the blade isn't getting a rework. The only rework on the blade is the wings and the cockpit in the new style. The bodywork is exactly the same, so that's probably why they're doing work on it just now. Because it won't require much effort in the future, you know? No, I didn't. I didn't get it because, well, it was on the gift site. It was £300. I couldn't justify spending £300 on something like that. But, and then obviously nobody wanted to buy it for me, which I fully understand, so no. We didn't get the Jaeger thing, though. I like Jaeger. I like those kind of herbal liqueurs, if you want to call it. I suppose you could call it a liqueur, eh? I might try a good one, but normally the smell just makes me gag. Yeah, again, a good vodka barely doesn't even have a smell, to be honest. Grey Goose, as A-Leg said, Grey Goose is probably like my lowest standard for vodka when I'm going to, if I was ever to have vodka, you know what I mean? It would be a Grey Goose. That's my lowest. I wouldn't go into any Smirnoff bullshit or, you know, stuff like that. Lore-wise, how does the blade level up against the arrow? It's based around Gladius, dude. There is no competitor to the arrow. The arrow is a fighter that, to be honest, just shouldn't exist in this game. Because there's nothing that matches it. You could also probably class the arrow as a snub fighter. It would actually balance it really well if you took out the quantum drive on it. Just saying, before anyone freaks the hell out. It's more of a snub fighter than anything else. It was about 15, me and a buddy decided to down half a bottle of absinthe. Ooh. Were you doing real absinthe or were you just doing the, ooh, I'm having absinthe? Or were you fucking cooking? Because obviously there's absinthe, and then there's, I'm a posh plat having absinthe, you know? Were you cooking up? Were you cooking up? That's going to be a live drive from Grimhex to Daymar with no Q&A, yeah? Was Bloodhound High School? Yes, the good stuff, good. Oh, your skulls are. Good, 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 good. That's what we like to hear. It's the same with like tequila without the worm, just doesn't really feel like tequila. And if the worm's in the ball, that's fine for me, you know what I mean? I recently saw something very fucking worrying, to be honest, guys. I'm gonna share this one with you. A tequila shot with orange. Now, doesn't that sound the most nonsense thing to you? You know what I mean? Like, for me, I generally feel that it has to be lime with tequila. You know? It's the same with, when people do a bottle of, what's it called? What's that really nice beer out of the bottle where you put a wee swedge of lime in it? A slice of orange, yeah. Like, basically the salt, the shot, and then a slice of orange, Chris. Isn't that worrying? You know what I mean? Doesn't that feel like a little bit Nonce. Soul, but what's the other one that got massively hated with Krona? That's it. Yeah, yeah. Krona with lime. Yeah, yeah. It's the same, wouldn't it be, with like Corona or Soul, and you put in a slice of orange, you know? I don't know. It's like one of these things which, like, I used to work in a bar when I was a lot younger, and if somebody had asked me for that, I would have to stare them, you know? Oh, I eat pineapple on a pizza as well. It's completely fine. You know what I mean? Pineapple on pizza has been out for, you know, a long time, you know? It's supposed to go in like wheat beers. Scotland as a teenager is a fun time. That it is. That it is, yeah. Right, I'll tell you the best pizza. Decent, decent base. A little bit of sauce, all that stuff. Pineapple, pepperoni, jalapenos. That is a topping you need to try. Or a pizza. For a pizza. You need to try that one. Even if you don't like pineapple on a pizza, just try it once. Just a slice. Have a nibble. Just let all those flavors kick in at the same time. It's an experience. You know? It works really, really well on a pizza. Add bacon. Well, I mean, again, you could add in the bacon, but obviously, you know what I mean. I've already got the salt from the pepperoni. I've got the sweet from the pineapple, and I've got the spice, you know, from the jalapenos. You know, if you make TDL drunk, you'll regret it. Yeah, that's very true. However, I've not had an alcohol drink since October, Skyrim, so I'm pretty good just now. Pretty good, you know. I've had no alcohol running through my veins, apart from, unless it seeps into my system through hand sanitizer, you know what I mean? But I've not actually had an alcohol drink since October. Scotch ale is my favorite. Nice, nice. 1 pint is like a loaf of bread. I know. People at school used to be able to push like 8-9 pints on a night out behind them. I'm like, no wonder you're fat as fuck, dude. Like, you gotta cut down on that shit. This is why vodka is like one of the best drinks, because vodka pretty much is calorie free, you know? It's so good. It's the same as gin. I think gin's calorie free as well. Or I might be wrong on that one. I can't drink gin. There's no fucking way. If anyone buys me a glass of gin, I will literally have a tantrum. I will never drink gin. I can't do it. It's the smell. It's no. Gives me jitters, that one. Yeah, whiskey is quite low as well. Yeah. October, did you ever find the ball you lost? No, but we found that we found where it was consumed, Mordors. Like, again, if anyone wants to know the reason why I've not had alcohol, basically I did a stream where I drank a whole bottle of Jaeger in 45 minutes. And I blacked out, literally hospitalized myself. I didn't go to hospitalize, but I literally put myself in the ground. Very, very dangerous levels, and I've not had an alcohol drop since then. And it's not because I'm teetotal or I was scared to drink, it's just I did not like what I did to myself. So it's more like, no, you're not allowed to have any alcohol until I feel you are mature enough to drink again. Gin tastes like soap? A lot of people taste gin differently though. Bacardi is like that. I'm, like, to be honest, if somebody offered me, like, a Bacardi and Coke, you know, and that was the only thing available, yeah, like, for me, I wouldn't turn that down, to be honest. A nice rum and Coke, though, a nice dark rum, ooh, with plenty of, like, sugar taste to it. It's one thing when we went to, so I went with my mother and son to St. Lucia. I got so fucking drunk. They had free drinks at the holiday place, so I was just going up to the bar and like this guy would just keep serving me rum all day, and I had a fucking blast, man. I was so rummed out of my mind I could have walked into the ocean and drowned. It was so good. I love that fucking holiday complex. The only scary thing with St. Lucia is we went outside the compound and there's a guy dangling a fucking snake, a live snake. It's like, he's holding a machete and a snake. He's like, do you want to buy a snake? I'm like, no, I'm gonna go back inside for some more rum if that's okay with you. It's like, what the fuck do I want to do with a snake? I was straight back into the holiday places. Like, I ain't going outside. I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. I'm way too plastered for it. Love a good rum, yeah. Try Blue Sapphire Gin. Again, for me, it's something that I've never been able to get into. Is gin. You're a whiskey guy? That's cool, man. Everyone's got their own taste. I like dark rums just because of the sugar. It's really, really nice, you know. Yeah, exactly. The moment somebody offered me to buy a snake and he's holding a machete, I'm kind of like, you know what? I think this holiday is just going to be about staying in the holiday compound because I don't think I'm educated enough to go outside and understand what the fuck is going on. Originally from Midlothian, A-Leg, but I now live up in the Highlands near Loch Ness. I moved up here to actually be a content creator because my old house had 5 up and 0 8 down, so I couldn't do content creation when I wanted to, and because for years waiting, like basically I wanted to start doing Star Citizen content creation like around the same time as like Detox and Salty Mike and stuff and Noobifier, and I didn't have any upload, so I was forced to basically give up my job that I had built for years and the place that I was in, like close to everything, and move into the Highlands where I could get better internet and lose weight because I was very heavily overweight. Like right now, so within the past 3 years of living here, I've managed to nail off 48 kilograms of weight by just eating healthier, going out for more walks, doing the odd bit of weights, and cutting down sugar because I spent so much time just fast food eating and being depressed. I just didn't like myself where I went, so it was basically, I'm gonna go and do content, and I started off super fat. Like if you ever see the old stuff of when I started playing or streaming Star Citizen, I was so fat. And now I'm at a comfortable level, but it's more just slowly bulking up. Because I turned 40 this year. I don't want to be gymming it every day, maintaining that stuff. I want to get to a natural peak and just let it sit there for the rest of my life. Do the odd weights, you know what I mean? But not be like, oh, I need to keep ripped out of my mind. Fuck that shit. Like, I'll die gracefully. But I ain't dying bloated. That's one thing on my list. Highland Park is good whiskey. Again, guys, like for me, I like the taste of whiskey. It's getting past the smell. I can't. It's the same with mushrooms. I can't eat mushrooms unless I close off my nose because the smell just makes me gag. The taste is fine. But for me, I've got such a strong sense of smell that, and smell is like, what, 60% of taste or something? So I need to get past that area first before I can ever enjoy something like that. And sadly, whiskey just has this thing that tingles my nose too much and throws me off it. Exactly, Scott, exactly, yeah. But for me, like, I'm no fitness nut job. I don't go to the gym. I've got weights. I can bench 110. I can deadlift 110. And if anybody wants to know why 110, it's because that's all I have as weights. I can't do anything more. Because I don't have anything more. And weights are so expensive these days because everyone's like home gymming it and stuff, so that's all we do. I was doing a lot of push-ups as well when I first started off, but I got a ting in the left shoulder and I sort of stopped doing lots of push-ups. I wanted to give that plenty of time to recover before I went back into it. Again, it's one of the things when it comes to fitness for me is like I could push myself, I could damage myself, but I want to make sure that the fitness for me needs to be a journey. It's not going to be a fucking marathon, you know, a short sprint. I need it to be, you know, a long journey. Because I want to get to the point where I'm happy with the outcome, but I'm also not badly damaged in the process. Oh, you know what I mean. A marathon is like, you know, 25 miles, you know. I need like a 70, 80 mile fucking, you know what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe a bad way to analyze our analogy it. Where is the easiest, most straightforward station to start at? I remember Lost as Hell on stations. Kappa, you could try... I would probably say the easiest right now is... probably Microtech, no joke. Compared to everyone, but... Well, PO is bad, Arc, right now because you can't save there. If you're ever doing PO, I suggest Cruel 1 because it's got a medical bay and it's just sat here, you know what I mean? PO has no medical bay, so if you're gonna stay in the Crusader area, Grim Hex is best, but if you don't like the conflict, Cruel 1 is probably better to base from. And you just spawn at Orison and just go straight up, but again, like, if you're wanting... I don't know why they just don't fix Port Olisar to the new truck stop style. Because Port Olisar is meant to look like all the other truck stops and stuff. I always Grim Hex it. Again, it's just the easiest one for somebody who plays red or blue, I feel. You gotta deal with the fighting outside the door, you know? That's all. Yeah, spawn. Well, if you're wanting to do the Crusader area, it would be Orison. Lorville is Hurston area. Area 18 is ArcCorp. And New Babbage is Microtech. So, with your list here, there's Orison. Lorville is at Hurston. Then you've got Area 18 down here, and Microtech, which would be New Babbage. So, depends where you want to start, dude. They've all got the same tram nonsense and stuff like that. Thank you very much, Tongue Twister, for this 6 month support. Thank you very much. Good vibes and happy flying. I appreciate that, dude. Can we get some red ties dropped in, gang? Thank you, dude. Thanks for that resub. Appreciate ya. I like that PO is different actually, has a weapon shop, but the lacking med bay is a bit weird. Yeah, because it's meant to be a truck stop, that's why. Arc. It's meant to look like the new truck stops, but for some reason CIG just... They don't wanna upgrade it, you know? And this is what I was actually saying a while back. I don't know why you just don't take Hurston, or Microtech's one, say take Port Tresler, put it... Copy it, like literally just fucking copy the system, put on the layout, put it at Port Olisar, change it to Port Olisar name, and just let it roll with just now. You know what I mean? I don't think any of us are gonna go, oh my god, this is an exact copy of Port Tresler. But I mean, you would get your weapons, you would get your med bay, you would get the admin office, all these things, you know? I don't know why they don't do it, personally. Because the old Port Olisar is the old system, which just doesn't offer anyone any safety. And it's meant to be like all the other ones as well. Thank you, Scam, Juggernaut. Appreciate that, guys. Dropping the red ties. Guys, if anyone resubs or subs, just drop the red ties. TDL red tie gang. Emote. You don't need to spam it. Just put it down once, but I do appreciate when people... come back to the gang. The red tie gang. We don't wear the red tie that often on the stream. Pretty much never these days. But one day, when I'm finished with my fitness journey, we will definitely black shirt, red tie it again. That is coming back. I've actually not seen what I look like in a black shirt, red tie with a beard. Obviously, this is over a year now we've had this. I guess they want unique stuff. Maybe, who knows. Put the red tie on your head? Who do you think I am? The Mad Rambo? No, I don't need to do that, dude. I'm good, alright? I'll just get super fit and fucking get myself some shirts and sneak stuff, you know? Merchandise. Gotta think of merchandise, dude. Merchandise. All about that merch. I remember these days. I know. I want to get, like, so the idea is I want to, once I've got the weight and the fitness sort of sorted out, hopefully by the end of the year I'll be more in that position. I want to get the black shirt back on, but have you noticed Jared or Disco Lando in the Star Citizen videos? He always wears this really, really fucking cool Star Citizen like staff shirt, and it would have the ability for me to put like sneak laplets and stuff like that on to advertise that. That's what I would like to get to, but they're so difficult at CIG. They won't tell me where the source is. I need the source, because I would like to get those shirts done with the Star Citizen stuff on it, and then just put my own brand logo on it. I would love to have work shirts, and then I can get the red ties back on as well, which would be awesome. I need to find out the code, chat. The code. Sounds good. Too early to get a nice fitted shirt done though. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whilst I'm losing weight, gaining muscle mass, all that jazz. This is, whenever like people come into the channel, like, why do you not wear your black shirts anymore? It's like, because it gets kind of expensive when your body just is constantly changing for the better. And I don't want to buy a shirt that I wear maybe for a month and then I have to take it to a charity shop, you know what I mean? I would like to get a little bit more of a run. And decent shirts these days are like, what, 20 quid, 30 quid? So yeah, it can get very, very expensive when you're constantly changing. And I don't want to get like just a big baggy shirt. I feel that would just annoy me, you know? Oh, my nice shirts, I knew. Because I've got a really nice shirt that I have, it's just... Unfortunately, chat, it's really tight. And it's not tight around the waist, it's tight around the arms. Because my arms and shoulders are a lot bigger now. And I will end up having to, like, rip it to use it, so it's like... I'm not buying shirts until this is sort of, like, at a stage where I don't think I'm gonna get any, like, bigger in the arm and stuff like that, you know? Back in a bit. Alright, killed it. Did you see what in Spectrum about the blade? No, I don't read Spectrum. I don't. But what did? Have you got a link for it, Starburger Lord? What did the wonderful Yogi Bear say? He's a cool dude. I do like Yogi. Are the mount base for the stick as expensive as the stick itself for the Virpils? Yes, but here's the good thing about it, Juggernaut, is if Virpil bring out, if they bring out like different sticks or you want to try a different stick, you never need to buy a base. It's the same with VKB as well. VKB and Virpil build their bases where you can then take their sticks and put them on, not basically take VKB and put on Virpil or Virpil put on VKB, but you know what I mean? You could buy one type of stick and a base, and then you'd be like, I don't like this stick, I'll get a different stick and pack it in, you know? That's the cool thing about them. But Verpal bases, I would always suggest like the Warbirds. The CM2s are a bit more for like DCS World and stuff like that. Let's have a look here. With our boy, so we're looking at the link here. The blade got a couple of updates which are being tested in Evocati. Return blade to closer to the Gladius. The blade is slightly ahead in terms of roar performance. Plasma cans adjusted. Yeah. This is all the stuff. There were also a couple of small health adjustments to certain parts of the wings. Yeah, they were very too squishy. Cannot be shot off at the time being to avoid situations where players slice their wings off and get rewarded with 50G lateral boost. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cannot be shot off for the time being to avoid situations where players slice... Yeah, this is the biggest problem with the blade. The blade doesn't have its guns on the wings as such. Give me a second here, guys. Schmishel. That's a cross section. Alright, let's rack up a lamb. Notch this one again. Alright. Target here, we got a Titan, 9k out, lost track, it went off radar. Radar back on, full lock, holding ping, 5k Fox free, one missile hit the deck for some reason, now it's teleporting in. Gonna do a little bit of a push technique here, getting ourselves into that lovely slot. Alright. We're in the slot. Begin the deeps. Afterburner, push, regen. Back to afterburner. Into the slot once more. And regen. Come on, regen. There we go. We've got all the afterburner for days to keep pushing. And finish off there. Good fight, dude. Why does this double come through? Does anyone... Do you guys hear it double, by the way? I wonder why this thing is now doubled. Why? Why are you at double? Also, is it going up? Why is it doubling, chat? Do you hear it double? Echoes, yeah. Give me a second. Let's try again. Is that only one for you? Or did you even hear it? Did anyone hear it? Chat! Will we have a competitive alien? Well, we'll have to find out. It all depends. You heard it, right? Cool. So it's not doubling. Right, there we go. That's all I needed to know. Thank you guys. Appreciate ya. Woo! Yeah, it shouldn't echo now. I hear it as by itself. And all that good stuff. But yeah, it looks good, you know? We'll see where it goes, you know? But as that Fred says, you'll have all these people who'll melt their Scorpius for a blade and they'll think it's fantastic. Well, I hate to tell you, that's not how it goes. It's not how it goes, chat. It very much gets to the point where it's down to the pilot, not the ship. And it will get to that even more down the line. Just remember that, guys. It'll get to the stage where it's about the pilot, not the ship. We just need to a little bit longer until that becomes a dream. And you'll be using like Buckies and Hornets for different things, arrows for different things. You know, I actually see the future where an arrow won't be able to go into a fleet fight because it'll just get hit too hard, basically. Same with a Gladius, you'll need more chunkier ships to soak up the damage. The moment that we get all these values and stuff, the whole light fighter meta goes out the window. I want to see light fighters dogfighting light fighters, and they keep the swarm off people. And then you've got more of the medium fighters versus medium fighters because they can slug it out a bit easier, you know what I mean? Or you have to bring less numbers. You have to bring more light fighters to fight more medium or less medium ship. That's how I see it. And if somebody brings a lot of medium ships and you don't have enough to counter it, you have to run. That's it. Or you need to bring heavier and less or something like that, you know what I mean? These are where I would like Star Citizen to go. A little bit more into, not the numbers game, but not everything around being in an arrow or a Gladius. I want to see Buccaneers used, and obviously you can use a Buccaneer, you can use a Hornet. They're just not in a balanced, decent enough place right now for these kind of things. And then obviously you've got to take into account CIG also want it where it's down to the company name. So again, when you buy Drake, you get a standard, you know what I mean? It's nothing amazing, but it is good. So when people are flying around in a Drake Buccaneer, like, oh, I should be able to compete against the Gladius. No, you shouldn't. You're talking about a highly militarized ship versus a civilian fucking gunboat kind of thing, you know what I mean? It should be able to get its job done, but unless you are good yourself, it should never be competent towards other things, you know? You have to become what makes it great. Not just because it's good just now kind of thing. And that's why I see with a lot of like arrows and gladiuses that sometimes people will be like, oh, that pilot is really good, and it's generally just down to the ship that they're flying, sadly. You know what I mean? I want to see Saber back as well. Saber, some other things. I want to see the Saber Raven being used as well. But I kind of feel like they need to take away the EMP off the Raven and make it where it's maybe like a QED, personally. I think the Raven as a QED would be so good. And it wouldn't be difficult for them to change it, I don't think. Well, the way they want to do armor is, if you've ever played World of Tanks War Thunder, that's how they want to do armor, Jukesa. And that's going to take a wee while for CIG to make that a reality. Because I don't think they're going to have it where it's a visible thing, armor. I think it's going to be where it goes underneath the mesh. And it needs to be where, especially with our ships that break apart and do all that jazz, it's a lot of work. So I would prefer if CIG did the fakery to armor in this game and not do it what a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want armor in the game unless it's a visible armor strapped to the side of my ship. It's like, do you not understand how much work that is to do? CIG can barely build fucking ships without having problems, you know, because they're so technical already. Let's please not have it where something that can be a hidden stat or within the mesh can just be invisible, you know what I mean? I don't need to see an arrow flying around with big sandbags strapped to it and somebody goes, that's armor, you know? We don't need it. Doesn't need to be a visible thing. It just needs to be something coded in. I really, really hope they don't go the route of making visible armors and stuff like that. It is, yeah, Juggernaut, right now. The one that we can fly. Like, obviously, I've got a few ships that... Funnily enough, here's the crazy thing. When I started off Star Citizen, I actually wanted to be a capital pilot. And obviously I have a fond love for flight and dogfighting in other games like IL-2 and stuff. But I came into Star Citizen as a capital pilot. And right now, that dream is still sort of there, but it's more now as like flight lead, FC, and maybe a dropship pilot in the future. Because one thing I love about the low-flying learning is CIG eventually want to have like a true radar system, which means that I can fly under the radar very, very fast and very safe, which means that organizations may hire me to bring their troops in undetected into a hot zone for whatever reason, because I can maintain high speed, high, you know, movement. So yeah. I would love to, like, dropship. For me, my ultimate fighter right now that's coming out hopefully soon is the Santa Kai. The Santa Kai, for me, I'm a big Gundam fan, will give me high, like, not for low flying, but it will give me like a high movement combat platform, or high speed movement combat platform, depending on how they do it. If not, the F8 Lightning is the next on the list. But I've always been asking for CIG to make a fighter like the Arrow that is designed for low flying, which is basically a two-seater kind of one. Also asked for an F-14. If you guys don't know about it, an F-14 is basically long-range missile kind of plane these days, or I don't even think they're used anymore. But these are the kind of ones I would like to see in the future. So it's definitely gone from wanting to be a capital pilot to somebody that does this kind of role that I'm doing, but maybe in a dropship or something like that, you know? That would be dope. Hey, Shakalar, how you doing, Chief? Yeah, it's going very well, dude. Very well. They still use the F-14, yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful plane. It's my favorite plane. But you know what I mean? Like, it's one of these things where, like, I could probably see myself more suited in like an F8 Lightning in Star Citizen than an Arrow, because it would give me a little bit more HP. I don't need to be doing twitchy movement. But then stuff like the Arrow patrolling would also be like a cool thing in the future. But again, we'll need to see where the game goes. The great thing about it is if I can master the Arrow, I can master flying capitals very, very easily. Because if anyone's ever seen my old footage of flying at 2,000 meters a second through a belt with an 890 sideways, you'll know that my the way my brain thinks is it calculates everything well in advance before I actually do it. So I have like this natural way of seeing a path without even moving into it. So yeah, I should be able to do capital stuff in the future, but I don't even see that being a big thing, to be honest. I kind of see it not being a big thing. How's your day doing, Shaklar? Wish my flight was better, but it would come in time. Just gotta practice, guys. Gotta practice, that's all it is. I do have a few little genetics enhancements over most people. My eyes behave very weirdly at high speed. But yeah, I've got good reactions. My eyes are pretty fucked in what they do. But generally it's mainly just muscle memory and learning, you know. Ooh, D&D, nice. I can't get into D&D. I don't mind watching it, but yeah, I can't get into it. I'm just not a role player. I mean, I can do role playing. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It has to be like really, really good role playing, or I find it very cringy kind of stuff. Alright, let's change up to a bit of Lola Martez. Ooh. Alright, let's turn and burn. But yeah. Flight takes its, whatever, you know. Just gotta keep practicing, guys. That's all it is. Give you some shadow room. Inhale a little bit high. We got a bit of dust on. There we go. Banking left. No yaw. Nice little 5G push. No afterburner. Leveling off. Dumping the hammer. And we're no yawing at all, guys. Just full bank, yank, and strafe. Into that lovely juicy bank now. No yaw, no yaw. We'll get too much drag if we yaw. Let's go for it. Little shift roll through. Dead end. Bit of yaw required in that one. Another barrel roll through. Was that time? If I had the money for joysticks, I'd love flying SC more. T16,000s are a good one to get into. They're not too badly priced these days. You can also get like second hand off eBay. Just to try it out. Having like a little 500 push right now. Or 6 free actually. I'm leveling off a little bit more. Oh, we're doing way too many spins. We're gonna stall out on that one. Had to go to recovery position for it. Not enough afterburner to do it at high speed. Woo. And dead. Way too fast, like. Way too fast, but good though, like. If we actually had managed to curve it, it would have been good, like. A lot of weight shifting here. Nearly got it, like. Just a few more pixels. And we would have had that one. Yeah. Post that away, Jigsaw. If you're a subscriber, you can post and stuff. Feel free. I like you. Got too late. Oh yeah, this is an old one, dude. It's old. If I pledge a ship that is in development, do I get something else meanwhile in game? Yeah, you do. Yeah. Depending on what it is. Let me get the link for you, dude. Saturn built to when they're born in love. Where is it? Yep. There you go, Vata. That'll help you out to sort of maybe plan a little bit more differently around it. So whatever you purchase here, if it's got a loaner, it's in there for you just now on that side. Hey, Tango Bro. Yeah, doing well. How are you? How are you? How's everyone in chat, actually? Oh, you're welcome, dude. You're very welcome. And if we had made that turn, that would have been so sick. You're good? That's good to hear, dude. I like it when people are doing good.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Well, I can't do math. True story. I was actually wanting to be a combat pilot, and I couldn't join because my maths is really bad. Got everything else perfect. I can multitask 5 things at once. No color issues. Perfect depth issue. No depth issues. Reactions off the fucking chart. Maths. I can't do maths, which really sucks. So that's like a big no-no, you know? Oh yeah, it definitely makes sense. Yeah, Jigsaw, yeah. Big sense. But yeah, I got everything else. I got fucking crazy reactions. But I can't do maths. Like even the basic equations and stuff like that I can't do in my head. It just won't go through. Oh my god, who's this beautiful person? Oh my god, it's 2 o'clock already. Fuck chat. Oh god, even starting at 9 o'clock. I'm already at my limit, man. One more run. Damn. Alright, hopefully in a few days I won't need to rush away. I want a sad song. We'll get one more run in Prashad. That'll be good. I'm moving into year 11. Issue set 5 for maths, which basically is a class of like 8 people, and I suck at maths. Well, dude, it sounds like you're doing better than I could do. Probably needs your uncle. Trainer. Let's get that right. Energy depletion unit. That's what I'm called. Oh no. But the good thing is, hopefully by the end of this month, I should be able to go back to just doing crazy hours again. I got so many things that I need to try and buy, but I really want to go and get my Berserk tattoo on the back of the neck. Trying to work out which is more important right now. I'm on a sad man. Alright, nice one, Skyrim. Take care, dude. Thanks for being here, Chief. Oof, look at that sun, chat. Clear skies. Beautiful. Oof. God, that's good. And then we're gonna get ruined by a dust storm, I bet you. I love when Daymar has like open skies, man. I guess count it. Wow, that was a misjudge. No! Alright, fuck it, we're just gonna have to do without it. God damn it, my small, tiny pixels! About of. Oh god, look at this shit. This is why I don't fly when I lose tail fins. It's so fake, man. You get this insane fucking agility, like. That's when I see like people falling apart in their ships and they're like, oh my god, this is amazing. No, like, look at this shit. I literally can yaw at this speed because I don't have a tail fin. Look at it. Look at the fuck. Couldn't do this if I had the tail fin in action. The moment you lose something on ships right now, this is where the flight model is really, really bad in a sense. You lose what it's designed to do. You have better agility with less important parts. Yeah. This is something that CIG are trying to fix. Hey, sons. So, if I lose a wing, right, I'm massively fucked on flight. But in some ships where, for example, you lose a tail fin that doesn't affect, like, your weapons and your actual movement, it gives you more turning ability because it's no longer part of your ship. And it's a big, big problem right now, especially in PvP. So, for example, if you blow off a wing on a scythe, it has the ability to achieve so many Gs that it normally can't do. Like instant max speed acceleration. And this is something the new flight model will change. So whenever I see videos of people with half their ships low flying, I'm kind of like, you do realize you're flying with the broken system, you know? But don't they support the aircraft? Watch this did, right? Watch this. Yep. Watch this. Pull back on the stick. Push down on the stick. Roll with the stick. Yaw. Next year, Alpha Zero, most likely. So you see how I'm wiggling my right stick? It's doing wonders, eh? Everything is faked right now around engines in this game. Without engines on, there is no aero dynamics, there is no control surfaces, there is no flight in this game whatsoever. So they're building a new system that brings in aerodynamics correctly to the game. So we will be getting that hopefully either at the end of this year, next year, whenever they finally get it around, we will get control surfaces and proper aerodynamics, which means that if somebody loses a tail fin on the arrow, they don't get an advantage, they get a negative. Because right now at high speed, when you lose a wing on the arrow, you start spinning around, that's fine. But for some reason you can lose both your tail fins and you literally get an agility boost for some reason. And it's not like you're gonna die anytime soon when you lose those parts. You still have your full fuselage HP, but you gain the ability to turn in the most weirdest way. This has to be corrected. Hey, Scuba Steve, how you doing, Chief? So, again, right now we can turn our engines off. And I've got no more control over the ship in atmosphere. I will eventually smash into the ground. I can't glide in. You know? There's nothing. There's no elevators, there's nothing in this game just now. So when you look at a plane or a ship right now, Tango, this is how you see the fake elevation. So when I come to a complete stop, right? And we're gonna basically look at G's, right? So this over here, watch the G's. So when I go left, 2.7 Gs, 2.9. When I go right, 2.8, 2.7, 2.9. When I go down, 3.0. Now when I elevate, 5.6. Upstrafe is fake elevation in Star Citizen. So we use we use upstrafe to turn. See, like if you were to go cruise control and you don't use any elevation, you've got this. If we basically hold down spacebar now, so if I get into a turn here and I hold down spacebar, you can instantly go around. So for now, we do have aerodynamics, but it is faked around thrusters. There is nothing that rudders, wings, or anything like that will affect. However, they do affect where some ships gain the most insane agility, because the game just can't recognize what to do with it in that situation, you know what I mean? So when you have a ship like a Cutlass lose its wing and or its engine, it'll do stuff to begin with, and then it sort of levels off and all that jazz. But you can still fly away, you know what I mean? You can shoot off all the engines on a Cutlass and it can still fly away, Tango. You what? And that's purely because upstrafe is so powerful right now because of it. No, you can't glide in Star Citizen. You can't glide. You can literally drift. So if I warp here, right, and then I cut my engines, I will obviously fly. Like if I go full speed and cut my engines, I will go up and then I'll eventually go down with gravity. But I can't pitch down or roll it to come in for a soft landing, you know what I mean? I will literally nosedive into the ground eventually like a missile. And this is where, again, a lot of people just don't know the flight model of Star Citizen at all. They're like, oh, it's a really good flight model. It is right now, to a certain degree, but it's also faked. We have the idea, but it is not done how it should be done. And this is where, you know, they're working on it. They'll bring it in eventually. Because you've got to look at it this way, and I had this topic with Detox. This main thruster is what pushes you, right? And then obviously natural air would cause you lift as it goes around the fuselage. There is no way these tiny little boosters would change the course of that main thruster. I don't care what any fucking scientific person in chat says. They are not going to make it where if I upstrafe, you know what I mean? It starts or like this, right? So right now I'm upstrafing and it is changing the directory at this speed whilst I'm going at full speed forward. It would slowly do it, yes, don't get me wrong, it would do it, but it wouldn't do this. You know what I mean? How the fuck does it do that with no aerodynamics? You know? So again, we just need to get to the point where the maneuvering thrusters will maneuver you, but they're not dictating how you actually move. That's all we have to get to, point. Because again, I've got a fucking, you know, my forward afterburner, especially if we come down low and we start slowing down, right? So say my left, my right, and my down were the same for my up, basically. So I'm pushing 7 Gs with afterburner, 6 Gs forward, and I'm doing 10 up. You know what I mean? It's a little crazy right now. But, again, it makes do with whatever, you know? Yeah, a lot of people are going to cry, cough, because I don't really think they actually take into consideration what's happening with their thrusters and they don't realize it. You know what I mean? They're always like, they're banking on upstrafe to get them round corners, which again, I use myself. But you'll notice a lot of times with flight where I'm just cruising and I do this. And this is just literally using pitch and roll. I've got no hand on strafes, we're just cruise controlling. I'm not even yawing at this stage. And I'm turning around just basically by rolling and pitching. And you can go down even. I'll show this a few times where, again, I'm not using any strafes to fly. No strafes to fly. The only thing that's affected is the fact that the computer is flying with the strafes just now, because I can't decouple and go forward. You see what I mean? Like, it's automatically doing it whilst I turn around. This is, in the future, you'll have to take into consideration that your maneuvering thrusters will not turn you like natural force will. And I can't wait for it, dude. It'll change my flight system. Like, I won't be doing these sharp canyon turns. You'll never be able to achieve it. At these speeds, you'll have to go massively down to achieve it. But that will be the thrill when we get it. It will be the thrill of relearning how to do things. But there is definitely one problem I won't have. I don't need to fly with my nose pointing to the ground. And this is where I've said to many people, just watch you don't create too much of a habit, because the moment that this changes and you go high speeds, you will not be able to keep your nose down, because it already starts to do what's going to happen on a much faster scale. If you do not upstrafe and you point your nose down, you crash into the ground. Literally just what I just showed you there. So if I go forward and I pitch down, you are gonna crash. And you won't have your upstrafe to save you. You'll have to actually ride uplift. Which means more flying like a jet fighter at speeds. And I can't wait for it, man. Can't wait. And then obviously you'll still be able to do the other sort of flying, low flying, but you'll have to go to a very light gravity for it. Anything with a hard gravity is going to be flying like a jet fighter. Or a plane. You're not going to be able to do the fucking 10 G's round corners nonsense. Unless you're doing like big long banks like this. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to fucking go wee. That I do already, you know? And I'll miss it, don't get me wrong. I'll miss being able to do that, but I would rather have it where it behaves a lot better, you know? Daymar. As you know. Daymar is my favorite place. I spent like 9 months straight in an M50 on Microtech. I just can't go back there anymore. I think I've probably done longer on Daymar, but Daymar's always been one of these places that I like the canyons and the speed. And if Hurston wasn't so far away, I'd probably go there, but they don't make any places for criminals, sadly. But again, I fly a lot different to other people. I fly like a jet fighter. I've got my yaw and my pedals. Because I don't use it as much. Like there, no yaw, just rolls. Dip that nose in, and you get the curve. Then with the strafes, you can get it around. Again, this is just strafing. Yaw is good for certain things, like if you're gonna do like a hard turn here. This is all on yaw. And you can get it in there. Yaw's gonna kick in a lot more in a second to get us around here. With the strafe and the yaw, there you go. That's the difference. Whenever you see me going sideways, that's yaw flying. When we're straight lining, we have to do more pitches and rolls to get around corners. And that's why I like it a lot more, because again, we lose an axis to do it. Again, this is yawing, so you see the nose dip in, and it snaps back. Dips in, snaps back. You can still use yaw for certain things, but the moment we hit that 400, 500 mark, the best thing to do is learn to fly with yaw, rolls and pitch. And time your strafes, basically. Like this, we're gonna snap it back. But I think it'll be very cool in the future. Oh. Alright. What shall we play? Oh, sorry, let me just lock that. A little bit of Kenny? Nah, you know what we need? I got this. Let's do this. This is what Jack gave me the other day there. Let's do this. This one's a weird one. A weird one for flying. But it's good, you know?
How did it feel? 75%.
Where are the canyons, chat? I find them. I think I'm lost. Try this way though. I'm lost! Even in the right area, like, I don't even know. Where am I? This way. Nope. This might do it. Oh, send me. Go here. Oh. Bingo! Oh, that's a little tight. Oh. All right. So maybe I'll try that speed, you know. Thanks, Matrix. Thank you very much for that, dude. Can we get some red ties in chat, please, guys? Thanks for the resub, dude. 33 months. Appreciate ya. quickly get another song, chat. Thank you very much for that, dude. Want that. And then we're gonna finish off with these 10. Yeah. Thank you very much for that, dude. 33 months. Woo! Give kingship? Yeah, nah. You guys seen the buff to the blade? It'll come. It'll come. It'll come. Hey, Mr. Bump. Hey, is it Shamrock Lobster? Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Man, I wish I could beacon this place. This place is fucking solid, like. Oof. IMAX theater suck. I've been one for years, like. I've been one for years. You know what we'll do? Put this on. Oh shit. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, that's definitely not what I wanted. Yes. Alright. Let's get it. Did you send that? Do. Now we just need to find those canyons again, which I seem to have lost again, for fuck's sake. Maybe this way, chat. Maybe this way. Where are they? God damn it. Ah. Bingo! I found it! I'm the greatest detective! Graphic, thank you very much for that raid, dude. Can we get some vibes in chat, please? How you doing, Chief? Thank you for that support. How you doing, my man? That was the stream. So we're actually just nearly finishing off, guys. I gotta go soon to Puppy. Puppy! We're just blasting a little bit. We got a collision warning bug as well. It's happened twice today. I don't think the game likes me doing this, to be honest. Exclamation mark kit or flight, Sergeant Reds. Yeah, thank you so much for that support, dude. Appreciate ya. I use Verpal alphas with Warbird base. But I also got pedals, which you don't see on camera. Holy shit. God damn, you guys trying to be distracting? Mr. Tufel, thank you very much for gifting to Fresh his eyes. My god, he's so cheap, that guy. Thank you very much for the support, Tufel. Yeah, organization members have to help out organization members. It's hard times, guys. You know? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've lost the canyons again, chat, been distracted. What's it do? This is what I get for lurking, yeah. Thank you, Sergeant Reds, appreciate that, dude. Definitely not your A to B flying. Alright, let's not lose it. Let's catch chat. Flat Racket as well. Good day to you. Welcome in everyone from Graphic Stream. Thank you so much for that, my man. And Mr. Tuvo, the gifted sub as well. To that goddamn slacker Fresh. Jeez. Jeez, chat. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with him? Yeah, we'll finish. I said I was gonna finish off, but I'm having too much fun right now, so the pup will just have to wait a little bit longer. A little bit longer, chat. A little longer. If we can do something here. Take care, Miss L. Appreciate you for being here. Oh, a little rough on that one. Sadly, we lost the wing now, so we got a weird flight. I don't even know if this is possible, but we'll see. Oh god, this is a little bit more difficult than I had in mind. I gotta fucking memorize a lot more. Yeah. It's far too difficult to memorize that shit. Like when you're on flats and stuff like that, it's fine, but this place is crazy on how many steps you would have to think about. And then even if you don't see it, yeah, exactly, Juggernaut. It's crazy stuff though. I would love to be able to like fully fucking master it, but I don't think you can in these locations. Too many rocks, too craziness, and all that good stuff. However, ladies and gentlemen, that will be us for today because yeah, I gotta go and deal with Puppy, go out for a hike with the wolves, get some dinner, all that good stuff. But we'll be back on tomorrow, roughly about the same time as well. Get in nice and early, in that nice early stream, ladies and gentlemen, and all that good stuff. But I appreciate you all being here. Let me just quickly claim my ships. Sorry about again, for the guys on the VOD, if you're watching the VOD. I didn't realize that at the beginning of the show there was no sound for in-game and all that jazz. Puppy power. Yeah. Alright, quit that down. I hope you enjoyed today's show. It was a lot of fun. Again, we got a lot of time at Prashad as well, so hopefully we can see some more of that tomorrow. Who do we have online to send you guys for the evening? Kiwi, take care, dude. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much for all the love today, guys. We'll be back on tomorrow. And yeah. Who do we have that I can send you to? Checking the lower level area just now. See if we can spot somebody. If not, we'll go to. Salty Mike is still on. Salty Mike is on? Yeah. I'll send. Is he still on? Yeah, I'll send you some up. Oh, sorry, Mike. Right, so Yeah. I can't raid Moist Noodle because he's not talking to me. So, yeah, I would. Juggernaut, I would send you to Moist Noodle, but he's not talking to me for whatever reason. So, yeah, I think that might ruin somebody's stream if I did that. So I'm gonna send you to Salty Mike just now, guys. I better not type that actually in his channel. What an ass! I don't know. It's up to him if he doesn't want to talk about it and stuff like that. I sent a DM saying, you know, hey dude, what have I done wrong? You know, no reply. So I guess he doesn't want to keep communication open. So that's fine. But no, unfortunately I can't rate him because of that. Anyway, take care guys. Enjoy Salty Mike's show. We'll be back tomorrow. All that good stuff. Hopefully no problems, because we love our problems on this channel and all that good stuff. But yeah, thank you very much for being here, guys. Cuff, thank you for being here, dude. Juggernaut, KOB, Juxa, Red, or Sergeant Red, sorry. Thank you so much for being here. Mr. Tuvo X Matrix, Tangle Brett, Joe, everyone that came in, new followers today, guys. Again, appreciate the raid from Graphic, and everyone. Thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful life. Take care. Thank you very much to everyone up here. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back to day 35 tomorrow.